Welcome everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my uncensored and honest truth or story about myself. Well, where do I start? I start right away with you guys right here, and I tell you why I am the person I am today. So I started windsurfing at Lake Garda in '97. The first time I was on my board or on a surfboard was in 1995. Lac de whatever in France. Then my dad bought me a windsurf rig, a sail, and I surfed a bit in '96. But I really started windsurfing at Concadoro, Lake Garda in '97. But anyway, so I became actually very good freestyle windsurfer, and to be honest, in my age I was one of the best worldwide, one of the best. All right, so to that time we didn't have social media, and I didn't have any proof how far away Ricardo Campello was ahead of me, but to be honest, I was very good. And yeah, but anyway, as I got older, and I finished school, my parents pushed me for an education or a trainingship to be a car mechanic, because I didn't know what to do besides or instead of becoming a surf instructor, to tell people how to learn windsurfing. That's not a real job, that's what my parents said, and I don't blame them. They were totally settled middle class people, and they always wanted the best for me. So I decided to not go to become a personal trainer. Sorry, that's a bit further. So I decided to not become a surf instructor. So I went down this road, did my traineeship, and I'm not a craftsman, to be honest. Well, I can deal with that, and I can fix brakes, tires, but whatever, and I can do some oil change, but is it the real thing for me? Hell no. And after that I was unemployed after my traineeship, because they didn't take me over in this garage. So I myself didn't know what to do, so my dad told me, hey, come over, you are about to go to the company where I work to become a security man, but everybody who is new or who is young has to also become a firefighter, and if there's a big operation going on, you have to jump in the fire truck and do this stuff as well when your shift is on. All right, okay. So I went there, and I decided myself to do the less worse. And to be honest, we had fun in this company. We really, really had fun. It was honestly a great time. But work life, after I finished my education and I became a firefighter, wasn't that much fun. I had so many shifts, and to be honest, if you never wanted to become a firefighter but you took the less worse thing, well, it's not passionate. I never was passionate like my colleagues. You know, they were like, hey, if the fire is inside the house, together we're going in and we come back alive together as a team, brother, you know, this heroic stuff. I was never about that. So I was still young, 24, and I decided to apply for a job outside in the city, to work for the city. And then you are, in Germany it's called Beamtet, then you are paid by the state, and once you have your test time over, nothing can happen to you anymore. Well, I spent there in the city more than 7 years. For the whole time I've been a firefighter for 10 years. But I decided to, let's say it this way. So I went there, and in the beginning it was all nice and stuff. Hey, there are fires and accidents and there's a lot going on, a lot of stuff. Man, that's awesome. But to be honest, did I really feel it? Hell no. And while everybody was like, man, hopefully we get another nice accident and a roof is burning through the night. I mean, come on, who likes that? I never liked that. But if you're passionate and you love this job so much, then maybe it's another thing for you. So I was never about that life. And firefighters and my bosses told me, like, or my supervisors, they told me like, hey, why aren't you about that life? I mean, like, hey, come on, it's right. If we stay in bed and there is no accident where we got called out to, or a roof is burning, or an apartment or a house, then it's the best thing, because nobody's getting injured or having a bad time, you know. But I see that if you are that passionate, you want to do your job. Okay, but in 2016, our son was born, and I saw things differently. And, well, what did I do? Wait, I have to check this out. All right, I'm good. I saw things differently. And during that time, in 2017, to be honest, if you're never passionate about me, it broke me. It purely broke me, as I didn't had any self-esteem, any confidence about myself. I was only doing or taking the path of the less work. I wasn't that honest, more like, not snitchy, but I wasn't as honest and as nice of a person as I am right now, because I had this stuff about I had issues in the fire department, like everybody had, because it was more like a Shark Tank and not like this family connecting, brotherhood bound in this fire department, to be honest. And well, what else can I say? It hurted me pretty bad, because I went to accidents, where car accidents with very much dead people, a lot of suicides I saw. I put my life into danger as well. And I saw how people, the police or firefighter, I cannot imagine, told man, hey, inside the car, that's your son and he committed suicide, I'm sorry. And those are memories that will never get out of my head. I keep them for sure. And I have the highest respect for the people who still do this job, because this job is so necessary. But is it my job? Hell no. And was it my job when people were treating each other bad? Hell no, of course not. And so this is when I was had burnout symptoms, and I turned my back in 2018 on the fire department. So, and to keep all this stuff further, I already worked in the gym since 2009. So since 2009, I was already a trainer in the local gym where I lived, or in the small village I lived. And from there on, I got to know now wife, and she told me, man, you have talent, you know what to do, why don't you start to become a personal trainer? I was like, oh, do you think I can? Yeah, maybe I should do this. And I gave it a try, but you never commit to it 100% when it's just an idea and to earn a side income when you are a person like I was today. Never fully committed, hated my job and all this stuff. So it was on the hand that I finished becoming a firefighter, and the will to become a personal trainer was stronger and stronger and stronger. It grew and grew. So during the time, or in 2018, I called myself out for the fire department. I couldn't do this anymore. And after I did this a few days before Christmas with a highly pregnant girlfriend with a second baby on the way. Now she's my wife. But anyway, it's not cool when you say, hey, I can't be a firefighter anymore, and you go into uncertainty. But as you are working for the state, and of course I had my 3 years over, my testing time, I was beamtet, how you call it in Germany, and that's the way it was. So I went there, and after I had to go to the psychologist and stuff, that they can write me off from the fire department because I actually couldn't do it anymore. And one time in December, one of my last shifts, I really recognized something has to change. I was in an operation and I had to build the water construction from the underground to the fire truck. And it took me so much time. And I was like, hey, what if the people who are fighting on the front, if they don't get any water, they can burn because I'm playing around here and with my mind, I don't know what to do. And I was really beaten up in the head. That's the time when I decided it's not for me anymore. And with no self-esteem, calling yourself out, and always having this desire to become a personal trainer, while this Shark Tank-like team were making fun of you when you first tried to talk in Instagram stories, for example. And they were laughing at you in the fire department and making fun of you. And when you have no self-esteem, no self-worth, that can hurt very, very much. Very much. And when I got sick, the doctor wrote something, hey, you're sick. And when you call your supervisor, your team leader, whatever, and you tell them, hey, I can't do this anymore, I'm broken and stuff, and he told me literally, and he has to take care actually of me, and he told me, oh, that sounds pretty weak. Today, I would run him over. I would take his license and take his job. Because if it wasn't for me and there's another weak person, this person could commit suicide. To be honest, if you're in a situation like this, you don't have self-worth and you barely try to, hey, I can't do this anymore, and then somebody's telling you stuff like this. I actually wanted to say some cuss words right now, use some cuss words, but I don't. So anyway, the people or the city then put me into the department. They had me run an education to become an office guy. Man, if you know me, I'm everything but an office guy. No offense to office guys, but that's not my life. It's totally fine. Everybody has different goals. I never wanted to be that. And so I put in all-nighters. I went to bed at 1 o'clock. Then I didn't know that much about sleep, but I was passionate about and driven And I had the willpower, which I kind of developed through the years, that I wanted to become a personal trainer. And I worked my butt off to become this person. I worked and worked and worked. I worked until 1 o'clock midnight, and to be honest, I got up at around 4 with 3 hours of sleep. Then I started working, writing training plans or whatever. I was so committed. And there was this time, and then we went to Costa Rica and stuff, and I was like, hey, I definitely have to call myself out very soon. But then we went to Costa Rica, and then I called myself out of the fire department of the city. And tough times, hell yeah, those times were very, very tough for me, and very, very challenging. It wasn't easy to go this way, but during the time after the fire department, I developed this kind of person I am right now, to be confident, to have a self-worth, and all because my wife is actually the first person in my life who believed in me. So without her, I still wouldn't go to the fire department broken, burned out, hated myself, the world, and my job. And was it nice? No. No. Do I struggle sometimes? Yes, I still struggle sometimes with my stuff and what I've built so far with my company or myself and the father I am. It gives me some confidence so that I can feel a sense of pride for the person I am today. So right now I'm in the home for disabled people, and to be honest, I just saw them already. They were waiting for me. So let's say it this way. I've been through a lot. If you want to learn more, or if I have more to tell, of course I will let you know. And it's never been an easy road for me, but I would do it day in, day out again to be this person, call myself out of the fire department and go this road again. Because I love this job, my job, so much, especially when I'm working with disabled people and with surfers of all kinds. So, guys, but of course, I love every facets of my job, like giving classes, yoga, everything. It's awesome. Is it worth the struggle? Sometimes, whoo, yeah, fuck man. And nobody can take this away from me, what I've been through. And this built a character that finally isn't afraid of nothing, kind of. And the only thing, or the thing I really developed, was willpower and a passion. So if you have more to think about that or want to tell me more about that, then please let me know. I hope you like what I'm telling about. If you want to learn more, let me know. I'm out. The people are waiting. Take care. Enjoy your weekend.